is, oh, the problem is, everybody's got a problem, and I'm telling you this. Danny Jones got tangled in the devil's game, doing what the shadows whisper his name. A man online pretending to be a child, let a groomer keep grooming, that's wild. Yeah, the problem is the world's gone mad, people pointing fingers, stories gone bad, truth's on trial and nobody wins. Everybody's got a problem, where do I begin? AJ Lashbrook, oh, he tells his tale. Said the dog jumped up, hit his fist, not his fail. Clawless crying somewhere in the rain, while AJ's online feeling no pain. Yeah, the problem is the lies don't end, the truth's a ghost and no one defends. Justice sleeps while the noise begins. Everybody's got a problem, it's wearing thin. Taffy from the valley's proud and loud, says King Arthur's a myth, not in the crowd, but legends live where believers dream, and history's more than what it seems. MattTaylor charged but cleared of the crime, court kicked it out, not worth the time. Still they whisper, still they shout, but the evidence was never found out. Yeah, the problem is folks don't see, they love the story more than the plea. They make their judgment, they spin their sins. Everybody's got a problem, nobody wins. Brian Harvey says I'm a fake, cause I take the trolling for heaven's sake. And Dan Torregon in his moral fog thinks guilt's a given, just ask the dog. Yeah, the problem is, it's clear as day, they're all reflections in a hall of decay. Truth's a riddle, wrapped in spin, everybody's got a problem, but where do you begin? Danny's got James, AJ's got pain, Taffy's got legends driving him insane. Rollins got Matt, and Dan's got his eggs, and me, I've got a world gone to drag. Yeah, the problem is
Bonjour, ça va? And Alfie scene. Hello, Lenny. Lenny's first one in the chat. Brian Harvey is the best broken clock I know. He's right twice a day. He's right for 2 minutes every day. I've been doing this. I'll just welcome everyone. Yeah, by the way, sorry, jumping straight in. I've been doing these the problem with series, and I've done the problem with Den Tarragon are Jenny's eggs. The problem with Danny Jones is James Hind. The problem with AJ Lashbrook is Chloe. Hello, Hippy Dippy. Thank you for coming on. Deliciously good looking man you got on the profile. The problem, there's another problem for AJ Lashbrook is Kaylee, so on. And of course, I've got my problem is I don't like talking about it too much, but it's out there. So, yes. Well, the problem with Matthew is fucking, I don't want to say it. I'll play it though, right? I'll fucking play it. It's embarrassing. And not only is it embarrassing, it's actually really embarrassing. But what can I say? I have to be truthful and transparent. So I'll play you what the problem is with me. And I really wish it wasn't the problem.
Ultimately, child porn was found in my possession, and my defence is, God knows how it got there.
Hey, listen. It's a long story. I certainly haven't looked at CP, nor have I ever downloaded it. There's a backstory which involves police corruption, out to get me. There's a whole big story behind it. But yeah, I've been at the receiving end of a concerted effort by various groups of people to fuck me over good and proper. Having too large an appendage is nothing to be embarrassed about. Matt Kirkdigler made a living out of it. I mean, actually, I was eating my dinner tonight and a chunk of my tooth came out. So there's always something. The whole point of me doing what I do on YouTube is to tell my story, because I think I've got a wonderful story to tell. It's a roller coaster ride of a life thus far. It's ups and downs. It's some totally dark shit gone on. There's some totally amazing highs, dark lows. But ultimately, it's a story of what I'm proud of. You know, things have happened which I'd rather they didn't happen, but they've happened still. And I'm standing by everything that has happened. Ultimately, there's a backstory which I'm not allowed to talk in public about. You know, I can't really give it to you the way I'd like to give it to you without any protection, because it's always better without protection. But let's, you know, let's keep on the straight and narrow. I'm going to have to get a dentist appointment tomorrow. But yeah, and I will continue to endeavour to tell you my story. It's a story worth telling. And of course, as with everyone in the world, everyone's got a story. And so don't be shy, jump in, say hi, and perhaps, you know, together on this journey, we can tell each other's story. Because stories are always worth sharing. And, you know, we're all adults here. This is an adult show. I clicked the over 18. And so, you know, I like to think we're all mature adults in which we can have genuine, open discussions about life, the universe, and everything therein. I certainly enjoy it. And I love the fact that we got this technology at our fingertips, in which we can tap a few keys, and before we know it, we're broadcasting live to the world with the potential of every single person in the world tuning in to listen to your story. It sends a thrill down my spine, so to say. Something I haven't really been able to put into words today, but I'm trying to, is how whenever I get one over on anyone, whenever I score a victory, kind of like the people seem to like turn their backs on me and go, no, we didn't see anything. You know, whenever there's a challenge set for me and I meet that challenge, people kind of like, no, I didn't see a thing. Oh, sorry, I was doing something else at the time. Oh, did you just achieve something good there? Oh, sorry, I weren't looking. And again, it's been a bit of a pattern in my life. I don't mind. And I feel this is what happened with this Dentaragon bully boy. I love fishing. coming on, acting all the tough man, telling me to apologise to Den for calling him what I called him. But of course, when I come on and I point out the fact that I'm only mirroring back what Den said to me, and then also adding further that the guy is quite simply a simpleton. I mean, I wish there was another way I could phrase it. I don't take any delight in calling anyone a simpleton, but someone who believes that you're guilty before you're proven innocent is a simpleton, especially someone who goes out on YouTube pretending to be an authority in law. If he thinks I stole eggs from Jenny, it's up to me to prove to Den I didn't steal the eggs. And until I prove I didn't steal the eggs, in his simple mind, I did. And that's the basis of him calling out John Manoa. And again, he said that Jason Waugh paid for a share which he never received. And again, I checked with Jason Waugh and no money was paid, and Jason Waugh never paid. And so that's what I get frustrated with, because people come to me, say things, I prove them wrong, and then they just disappear. They turn their back and pretend, oh no, I don't know anything about Matt Taylor. No. But you were on my show last night saying something that I've just proved to you is incorrect. No, it must be your imagination. Fair dues, I have got an magical imaginary girlfriend, but, I know what I know. And that is actually a part of my story, which I'm happy it is in. But anyway, don't be shy. Jump in and say hi. It's a two-way relationship. Okay, no, you don't have to, And I appreciate Lenny commenting. Lenny feels as if he has to comment to help me out. But yeah, I just want to say to everyone, you don't feel obliged. Okay, for goodness sake, don't feel obliged you have to engage. Only engage if you feel that way inclined. Okay, because the last thing I want to do as a host is to try and curtail you into doing something you otherwise wouldn't want to do. I make the choice to go live, and I'm not asking anyone to watch me. I'm not asking anyone to engage. I do this purely for myself because I'm a content creator, and during the day I do a bit of content creation which I love showing off. For example, allow me to show you one of these.
Dracula, I bid you welcome.
Well, I thought it was funny. And the amazing software we have at our fingertips is absolutely a dream to take advantage of. So, what's going on in the world today? There's a lot, isn't it? And there's a lot that we don't know about. We've still got 3A Atlas. That's loads of speculation as to whether that's a mothership, and we're going to have first contact before Christmas. Very interesting. Talking about Christmas is just around the corner. And if anyone who thinks Jesus Christ was born on Christmas Day, you're mistaken. But there is one particular king who was born on Christmas Day, and that's King Arthur II. Just saying. And then, of course, on Saturday we have the big fight between Eubank and Chris, the sons of Nigel and Chris are doing it again. Hello, Mandy. Yo, Matt, everyone. Great to see you in the house, Mandy. Hope you've had a good day. And I hope you're gearing up to Christmas just around the corner. I had a lovely walk today. I mean, yeah, since I've been more active, I've seen my body react to it. So my walks are getting a bit further and a bit faster, which I'm really enjoying. And I've been thinking about these water features at the end of Wild Park by where I am. Wild Park, very evil place, by the way. That's where the 2 girls were murdered. Very dark episode in the history of Brighton, if not the whole of UK. But I was thinking that's going to make those water features are going to make amazing ice rinks when it's in the deep of winter. You know, this water is going to be frozen over, and I bet you it's going to be the place to be to get your skates out, if you know what I mean. And of course, it's not deep enough that if it does crack, you know, you'll just fall into your waist up anyway. So, you know, I'm actually looking forward to winter. I've been noticing that it's dark outside by 4:30. And over to Lady. What do you want? You need to take yourself aside and have a serious chat with yourself. Leave Denty alone. Why should I? Why should I leave Denty alone? He's actually. Why should I? The guy goes out. He brought me up in conversation with Wendy Wu. He said that I still believe John Winoa is the genuine king of the country. That's false information. So why don't you, in all due respect, Lady J, don't poke your nose in with matters that don't involve you. And it is actually interesting that Ben T relies on women such as Lady J to come in and talk on his behalf, and other individuals who are too weak to reveal their names, such as I Love Fishing 101, to come in and threaten me. So it's not so much leave Den alone. Den should stop talking shit about me and my friends. There is not one shred of evidence that he ever called you P-word. Yes, there is. And I've shown you that evidence in the metadata yesterday. Okay, so there is. Just like you remind me of Den Tarragon saying he's got proof that Jason Waugh paid for an imaginary share in which his evidence is pseudo evidence, when I actually checked with Jason Waugh and no money was exchanged. And Den is a fucking simpleton, because he thinks you're guilty until proven innocent. So why don't you toddle away, Lady J, right? And keep your fucking nose out of issues that don't concern you. I've shown you the evidence. I've shown you the graphic I made mirroring back exactly what he said to me with the metadata 6th of August 2019. So why don't you toddle do and go away, you silly woman. Okay? Oh, Lady J, you're a fucking idiot. That's what you are. You are an idiot. So why don't you toddle do and go away? Okay? And listen, I don't mind spending an hour calling you all the names under the sun, because ultimately Piddy Diddy is having a right laugh over it. All of you haven't shown fuck all, because you're a simpleton like Den Tarragon. Den Tarragon thinks you're guilty until you're proven innocent. So toodle do, you idiot.
I love getting naked while I watch MattTaylorTV.
Come on, put your hands up. Who else loves getting naked while they watch Matt Taylor TV? I know I do. I'm sitting here in the nude. Oh, look. Oh, Lady J. You can carry on saying whatever you want to say. It doesn't make it true. So you can call Andy Devine a scammer. You can call Anthony Badadu a scammer. Ultimately, I think you are a scammer because you are going out of your way to spread misinformation to the audience. And so I think you're a scammer because you are evidently a simpleton like Den Tarragon. There you go. Rather you than me.
I only watch MattTaylorTV while I'm in outer space.
Yeah, I get lots of I get a lot of the crew from Star Trek who write in and tell me how much they enjoy watching Matt Taylor TV. It's amazing. It's the thing to watch when you're on a long mission out into outer space. Mandy says no chance. I've got my thermals on. Mandy ain't getting naked for for Matt Taylor TV. It's far too cold. But I tell you, in the summer, you can bet your bottom dollar. Mandy, let's move on. Oh, come on, Sandy. I did say we are an adult audience. But, you know, all these people I bring up, they're like nameless people. I don't think it's particularly fair or particularly noble to crack a joke by using someone because, you know, it's a bit ungentlemanly, isn't it? It's a bit ungentlemanly. And that's the one thing I've always been in life. I've been a gentleman. And, yeah, I'm a bit kind of like, you know, okay, I'm a bit of a pervert. But, you know, it's all done in the best possible taste. I mean, in my defense, I do have to say I was brought up on reckon that guy who used to run around chasing the girls, Benny Hill. I was brought up on Benny Hill humor, for goodness sake, and watching Young Ones. You know, I'm from that era. And so, of course, I make no excuses. Yes, actually got a spike. Yeah, she seems to know a lot. You know what I mean? I love to get a grip on mine. Mandy says Mouse is a cunt. Oh, funny. I do appreciate you lot. Thanks ever so much for jumping in, saying hi. Because it is always a blessing to have your company. And I know I appreciate that there's a load more other stuff you could be watching on YouTube, and there's a lot of stuff in life outside of YouTube that you could be doing. In fact, that's why actually I went live a bit early today. I've got a friend coming over at 9, so I wanted to end a bit earlier so I can just get the place clean a bit of stuff away. Don't tell my magical girlfriend that I've got company coming around tonight. Okay, let's just keep that in the low. Let's keep that between you and I. You know, there's no need to kind of like tell anyone. But let's move on to the next comment. Where's my friend Monka these days? Well, who are you? Tell us yourself. Emily came on. I went live on my backup channel, Matt Taylor TV Extra, and Emily came on, and I was very chuffed with myself because all through the conversation, I didn't once ask about Monka because, you know, to be totally honest, I don't really care about Monka. Am I going a bit far? Am I crossing the line, do you think? Is it Or is that okay for me to say in a public domain? I don't really particularly, and it's just me speaking, I don't particularly give a flying F about Monka or what he's getting up to or what he's doing. And so I was very proud of myself when I didn't even ask about him. I hear that Emily kicked him out. Oh, that's just gossip, mate. That's gossip. Well done. Yes. Okay. I don't know what. Well done to you as well. I think it's time for another little promotional video. They're only short, these ones, but I do detect an anomaly.
We've detected an anomaly in the sector. Prepare for immediate analysis.
Yes, indeed. I think we do need an immediate analysis of the anomaly in our sector. I do love a bit of Star Trek speak. It is quite cool. So, yeah, I mean, I hear. Where did you hear that from? Eh? Where did you hear that from? No, I don't think so. Oh, we're not bringing up the past. Yes, I know. At some point we've got to move on, haven't we? But mind you, I've just got a channel back from 3 years ago, and all I've been doing actually in my spare time is bringing up the past, reminiscing about stuff 3 years ago. It's been quite an eye opener actually. But yeah. And talking about not bringing up the past, I'm actually well in with King Arthur at the moment, which is our ancient past. You never move on from anything, Matt. Well, you'd be surprised that I do move on. I move on in my own time. You know, I move on in my own time. Thank you very much. I live life at my own pace, and I do what I think is right to do at that moment in time. I definitely go to bed happy. I go to bed content in the belief that I lived the best life I could live on that particular day. And for example, when I skipped down the stairs today, I was actually pumping. I was pumped up and pumping my fist in the air, thanking life that I got another day to smash it. And it seems as though I've smashed my tooth. So that's me making a dentist appointment tomorrow. I'm ready for the dentures. I was just thinking, yeah, take it all the fuck out, mate. Get me my dentures, mate. That's what I'm up for my dentures. I think I've come to that time in life. But no, I'm very blessed, and I feel very happy that I've made it thus far. 50 plus. A lot of people, you know, haven't made it up to here. Thinking about Ross Broadstock, Shane Warne, and others. Peter Sellers. I didn't realise Peter Sellers died at 54. But listen, every day is a bonus for me at the moment. Over to Sandy Dombrowski, who says, right, fair enough. Someone's got a little gripe against a certain A1000, I've noticed there. I hope she's well, actually. She just recently came back from a holiday, didn't she? Yeah. But, you know, do we ever move on? Do we ever move on? There are past traumas which... you know, which I do believe need to be resolved before we can move on. And, you know, talking about moving on, we've still got that simpleton, Den Tarragon, going around calling the King's Fladder scam. You know, and we've got other simpletons such as Lady J coming in saying the same thing. And, you know, there does need to be a resolution, and the audience need to understand what exactly went on. And so that's why I think it's important that I still fact check what people say about John Manoa and the King's flag. And that's why I'm on Den Tarragon's case. Because the more he goes out there bringing my name up, saying that I believe John Manoa is the genuine king of the country, I'm obliged to correct him. That is not factually correct, then, you simpleton. You know. How's the search of your father going? Did you find them yet? Well, that's a bit of a Interesting subject, actually. Who is my father? Wouldn't you like to know? Why am I still here? When I heard from third parties that there were 3 hits put out on me, and I'm talking about a bullet in the head. So why am I still here? Why am I protected? Has it got something to do with my father? Interesting question. Do you know anything about it? Do you know anything about my father? Because I know absolutely nothing. But I do get the impression I'm from something bigger than myself. I do get the impression that I'm protected. Why am I protected? Interesting questions. Which, again, adds to my story. It adds to the intrigue of my life. I think it's time for another promotional video, don't you?
My belly!
Well, I don't know what that was all about. 30 minutes. We've got 29 minutes to go. I've got to get ready for my visitor. A few mad women told Matt they'd like to take him out, and he thought they wanted to murder him. Oh, right. Is that what you think it was? Okay. Now, I won't tell you the full circumstances in which I was told that there were 3 hits put out on me. In fact, I'll just keep it stum, I think is best fit. You know, we don't want to like tempt fate, if you know what I mean. But that's another interesting factor about my story, how so many people out there who are watching me now think that you know me and you know what's going on in my life, and I find that very interesting in itself. And that's why I honestly think it'll be so fantastic if we could one day meet up. You know what I mean? And have a big old drink down a boozer. What time is your sister popping in tonight? Well, my sister isn't coming in tonight. She's recovering, isn't she, from the second stroke? That's cost me 60 quid. I meant to get my sister out from the hospital. Anyway, let's not talk about that. No, my sister won't be popping around today. I haven't actually heard from my sister for quite a while, actually. I've had Abby, my niece, ring me up yesterday saying, "Have you heard from Emma?" I said, "No, I haven't." But anyway, blah, 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 blah. Can't really put too much out. Because you lot are grasses, quite frankly. My experience tells me that I cannot tell you what's going on in the world because you're a bunch of grasses. Yeah, now what happened was Emma was in hospital. She actually had a quite good time. She stayed in there for a week. And I was picking up Amy, my niece, and I had to take Amy from the hospital over to Emma's flat to pick up her pets, and then take Amy and her pets back to Amy's house. I parked in the bloody bingo car park thinking it was free parking. Amy took ages, 40 minutes. Next thing I know, parking ticket through the post, 60 quid. 60 quid for helping out your sister. You know what I mean? I know, but it doesn't stop there. I've got a second parking ticket, right, for Asda in the marina, which I totally forgot all about. And now that's 170 quid. I know. Plus I've got a chipped tooth and it's before Christmas. So I'm disputing the 170 quid parking ticket for 40 minutes longer in the Asda car park, right? I paid for the fucking 60 quid straight away at the bingo. So basically I've been clobbered with £230 parking charges, and it's but actually it's actually a joy to pay, because I've got the multi-millionaire mindset, and I actually love buying stuff. It's just a joy. Spending money is an absolute joy for me, and so I'm so grateful I've got, you know, that I've got the opportunity to splash out 230 quid on parking fines. Oh, it's just like, yeah. Oh, it's so good. It just fills me with joy. You know what I mean? Fills me with joy. And you know, we all need a bit of joy in our lives. And £230 on parking fees just makes me smile. Put it that way. It makes me smile. Edward Ellis will take of them for you. Take care of them. Oh, would he? Would he? I'm sure he won't. Sad about poor Nilo, though. What's happened to her? I had a wet dream about Nilo the other day. Can't get it out of my mind. God, yeah, it was just like I shan't tell you the details, but yeah, I had a snog with Nilo in my dreams. But anyway, I can't say too much, because you lot are grasses. You lot, I don't trust you lot at all. No way. Yeah, no way, mate. Oh no, really? Shit. Has she? Oh fuck. I didn't know. Oh no. Holy fuck. Shows how much I keep in contact with my friends, doesn't it? Oh, poor Nilo. I'll try and get in contact with her then. Like I said, she was in my dreams. Yeah. Oh, poor Nilo. Damn, man. And it just goes to show, you know, we're so fortunate to have life. And, you know, I've always thought more than anything, it's the health, you know, it's the health. Yeah, I know, it's terrible, isn't it? Yeah. Well, good job I didn't tell you what the details on my wet dream about Nilo was, especially as she's, you know, the rumour has it that she's got throat cancer. But I should really get in contact with Edward and Nilo, see how they're getting on. I've been so busy at the moment. My son, you know, he's a young teenager now. Been hanging out with my son a lot more. And Emma's been like, you know, Emma's been through the wars. So I've been helping out my sister, and I've got the extracurricular activities going on, usually kicking off about 9 o'clock. That's why I've got to make sure I'm out of here in plenty of time. Yes, I know, that was sad, wasn't it? That's the last thing I heard from Nilo, was that John Banks died. I met John Banks, and can't say I knew him too well, but I knew him enough to support him at the Royal Courts of Justice, and which he supported me as well. That's sad. You know, I didn't read the chat. Yeah, poor John. Remember him? Yeah, I remember John as well. All good friends, you know. We went through something special together. And by the looks of it, the same team are still around, you know. We've got the same personalities. And I was actually thinking, what happened to David Simpson's wife? We haven't heard from David Simpson for a while, have we? And talking about the old crew, did you catch Paris Barrington's latest videos? You know, she's a very, very good carpenter, and some of the workwoman she's done, pretty impressive. You know, that's something I'd like to I would have done if I could live my life again, and like get more hands-on, bit of carpentry or mechanic, I would have liked to got into. But it's never too late. It's never too late. Suspicious deaths with banks like Cullen Lane. Really? I don't know. I don't know whether I'm being fed misinformation. You know, I'm still a bit dubious about Gordon Bowden's apparent death. But that's just me.
Watch Matt Taylor TV, and all your dreams will come true.
Yeah. I think we'll have enough of that. Thank you very much. Who put that? Who put that on? Goodness gracious me! Fucking this Matt Taylor TV is slut. It's AI slop, as someone I know very well said. What on earth is going on? But hope we all took a moment to pay our respects for the men and women who have fallen in defence of our country. Bowden is alive and well. He was chatting with JP, One Sugar, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I thought so. I'll tell you the reason why I think that. He was meant to have died in, for example, February 2022, maybe. No, it may have been 2023. Maybe in 2024. I think it was meant to have died in February 2022. It may have got the wrong year. I contact Sussex Police in June 2022. And I say, and I've done a freedom of information request, and I said, how many active cases are open on me? Right? And they got back as 8. There were 8 active investigations open on me in June 2022. And one of those 8 active investigations was a harassment case by Gordon Bowden. Now, it makes you think, how on earth could there be a harassment investigation going on me by Gordon Bowden in June 2022 when he was meant to have died in February 2022? Try and work that out. 9 now after Banks' death. I don't really know what you're going on about, and I think someone out there is spreading some misinformation.
I love to get my tits out for Matt Taylor TV.
Whoa. What's going on? It's this absolute filth. Absolute filth going on. I don't know who's making all this shit come up. No, I think I'm being hacked. I honestly think I'm being hacked.
Back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
What? Has someone got remote control of my computer or something? Because all these random shits keep coming up on my screen. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Oh my good God. I mean, what the hell's going on? But anyway, thankfully, there's only 15 minutes to go. I want to get it wrapped up. I want to do a bit of a just tidy up. Not much to do, really, just looking around the place. I want to get some smelly candles going. I want to like set the scene, you know what I mean? Some nice smelly candles. I'll do a bit of the washing up. Quickly do the washing up. Little hoover around. You know, repack the cushions. You've got to get the atmosphere right. You've got to get the ambience, if you know what I mean. Let's get the ambience right. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to 9 o'clock tonight. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. For goodness sake, don't tell anyone about it. Let's just keep that as our little secret. my magical imaginary girlfriend doesn't need to know anything. But of course, I would not. I am a faithful. You know, I'm talking about BBC traitors and all. I'm a faithful. I'm not a traitor. Come on. I think anyone who thinks I'm a traitor is just like barking up the wrong tree, quite frankly, because it's obvious I'm a faithful. Because, you know, I've got 5 fingers. Most people have got 4 fingers and a thumb. They're obviously traitors, but I've got 5 fingers. And so that means, you know, I'm a faithful. It's mathematics. You know, you can't go wrong with mathematics. And so, yeah. Faithful through and through me. I wouldn't do anything to jeopardize the relationship I've got with my magical imaginary girlfriend. Let's just put it that way. You know, but still, having said that, there's no need to tell my magical imaginary girlfriend that I'm having a visitation at 9 o'clock tonight. Okay, good. Let's move on. And of course, you know, I'm not talking about the human visitation. I'm talking about alien visitation. Yeah, okay, I'll tell you. You can tell her if you want, because I've got nothing to hide. I've got aliens coming around at 9 o'clock. Yes, you heard that right. I've got aliens coming around at 9 o'clock. So it's going to be first contact. No contact, but first contact, if you know what I mean. I think they're wearing gloves. But anyway, yeah, I'll tell you all about it tomorrow. Hopefully it all goes well. But I'm in negotiations for some real estate on the far side of the moon, plus a space vehicle. So, you know, wish me luck. Hopefully sort them out. I'll sort them out with you, dish, bash, bosh, this stuff and that. I don't really know what they're looking at. Anyway, that's what tonight's all about. Nice little negotiation. See what they want, what I can give them. Hopefully this time next week, I've got a nice bit of real estate on the far side of the moon and a space vehicle. Bish, bash, bosh. Love it. So, yeah. Luckily, we're coming up the last 10 minutes. Thanks ever so much for joining us. Big shout out to Sandy Dumbrowski. Talking about dumb, remind me of Dentaragon, funny enough. Thanks ever so much, Mandy. Thank you ever so much, Lenny. It's always great to have you in the house. And of course, we had Tippy Dippy, lovely. And we had this particularly weird woman called Lady J. Oh, my God, what on earth is she all about? Oh, goodness gracious me, embarrassing. Coming on and defending Dentaragon. Goodness gracious me. Oh, God. It's a strange world when it takes a woman to come in and defend, Dentaragon. Dentaragon thinks you're guilty until you're proven innocent. I mean, it's crazy. Make sure you subscribe to Matt Taylor. Let me I'll put it up to you. I'll put it up. www. That's easy to remember. YouTube, easy to remember. .com /@ Matt Taylor. That's my name. TV extra. Simple, mate. Make sure you subscribe to Matt Taylor TV extra. Do you get more, quite frankly? And we all love a bit of more, don't we? We all love getting it. But you have a little extra. I know that means you're greedy, and I'm a greedy piggy. It's my Chinese star sign. I mean, I love getting it, but also I'm a greedy piggy. I love having that little bit extra, and that's why I'm such a fat pig, really. And I've chipped a bit of my tooth off today, so that's a worry. That's a worry, man. So it's going to be making a dentist appointment tomorrow. Yeah, Yeah. Thanks ever so much. So we're like rounding it up. I'm looking forward for 9 o'clock tonight. I've noticed people have gone a bit quiet. I mean, obviously you must be enthralled with what I'm saying, so I'll carry on saying it. There is something I'd like to discuss with you, actually, if we've got the moment, if you don't mind, and that's color codes. There's one thing that is particularly causing me frustration in the world today, is that how we're conditioned by color. We're like dictated to by color, and it's actually I think quite oppressive. I mean, for example, I was driving along in my car the other day, and at the traffic light, the light turned red. And there was no one crossing the road, but still I had to stop. Because I'm conditioned with the colour code to stop at red, even though there was no one crossing. And I said, well, I want to carry on going. But then it was warned and made perfectly clear to me that if I drove through a red light, I would get penalised. I would get fined, points on my licence, and a monetary value put against that point, and that I'd have to pay. Now, of course, with a millionaire mindset, I love paying, but still, it's not the point. Why are we being dictated to by colour? There was no one there. The road was empty. No one was crossing the road. So why did I have to stop at red? And then I had to wait until the red changed to the green, and then I could go. Why are we being conditioned by this colour coding in society? I hate it. And I just realised how programmed we all are by colour. Colour dictates everything. You can't do anything without colour, especially if you're a motorist, you know. You have to stop at red and go at green. Well, I don't want to stop at red when there's no one there. Why do I have to stop? Why do I have to adhere to colour? Colour is a colour. So fucking what? If there's no one on that road, if there's no one crossing, if it's safe to do so, why couldn't I just walk or drive through a red light? It drives me mad. It does. Colour codes, anyway. Yeah, listen. Coming up to the last 7 minutes of the hour. I started a bit earlier because I've got some aliens coming over at 9 o'clock. I just want to clear up the place, get some nice candles. I got some slug smelling candles. I've heard this particular species of alien that are coming and meeting me at 9 o'clock tonight love slug smell. So yeah, I haven't actually lit this candle yet, but I'm looking forward to it. And I've got some nice mugwort tea to give them. Yeah. But anyway, God willing, I'll tell you how it all went with the alien visitors tomorrow. That's if I go live. I may well be on the far side of the moon, checking out my new real estate. Yeah, thanks, Mandy. There's nothing I love better than bringing a smile to Mandy's face. It fills me with joy, fulfillment, and happiness. Thanks ever so much for coming in, Mandy. So there's something. We had a bit of gossip tonight. What was that gossip? Emily has dumped Harry. I don't believe it for a moment. They're such a lovely couple. I don't believe that for a moment. But that's the kind of gossip we get. But be interesting to hear the latest on that. I personally don't think that. They're a lovely couple. Harry is a right catch. I mean, he's got a voice of an angel. And I imagine anyone who was in a relationship with Harry would be serenaded every night of the week. Yes. Snail candle. Beautiful. I haven't lit it yet. I suppose I should let it, but we're getting ready to wrap it up. 5 minutes, everyone. 5 minutes. I'm going to get the place ready for my 9 o'clock visitors. Very excited. Very excited. No need to tell the magical imaginary girlfriend, of course. We can just keep it between ourselves. But mind you, there is actually a very dangerous thing. I feel as if I've said too much anyway. You lot, but right bunch of fucking tail tits you are. I couldn't trust you as far as I could throw you. Anyway. So, just remember, there's a few things I want you to remember, okay? And no doubt you know this already, okay? But just appreciate what a great opportunity we have in this crazy dimension we call life. I mean, life is an absolute, wondrous and fantastic medium to stretch yourself and go for a walk. And so please don't ever think that life is in any way a burden. It's not. It's a joy. So go out and make sure you enjoy every moment and take advantage of every opportunity in life. Don't frown. Turn that frown upside down and smile. Because ultimately, life loves you. And when something loves you, you love it in return. Life is a great opportunity for every single one of us to express ourselves, to be who we want to be. And honestly, it's wondrous and it's huge. And so if there's any one message I'd like to leave for the audience, it's make the most of it, baby. Go out there, open your arms and hug life, man. Because it's lovely, it's warm, it's sensual, it's soft, it's gorgeous. It's all around us. So take advantage of it. Take advantage of this free medium we call life. It ain't charging you anything. It's just asking you to love it because it loves you. Life loves you. So it's only right and proper that you should love life. Keep that in mind. There's nothing to frown about. There's everything to smile at. So keep that smile and keep going, quite frankly. Keep enjoying it. It's all about the now. The past is gone and the future is just an idea. All we've all got at the moment is the here and now. And I'd just like to thank everyone for being here, right now. Thanks ever so much for tuning in. You've been watching Matt Taylor TV. I'm your host, Matt Taylor, broadcasting live from Brighton. Be right on in Brighton. If you haven't done so already, please consider visiting Brighton over the winter season. Brighton is beautiful any season of the year, be it spring, summer, autumn, or winter. You'll always find something to do. Don't be shy. Grab life by the balls and give it a good squeeze. And on that note, I'm just going to tie you up with a promotional video to play the show out with. Because I know, deep down, there's nothing you love better than a promotional video. And so, I'm going to play the well-known song, Why Not? And on that note, remember, King Arthur was a real historical figure. And everything we've been told by authority is in all probability, a big fat fucking lie. I'm off to meet the aliens. I hope you have a good night. Love you all, especially you, Mandy, and Lenny. Goodbye, dippy, dippity, dippity, doo-dah. That's Alien 4. See you again soon.
Down the page, a comment comes my way. Wacky, zany, crazy, not for folks your age, they say. But I got fire still burning, I got color, I got spark. Life ain't meant for fading out or living in the dark. They think time's a cage, but I broke that lock. They say grow up, but I just rock. Why not? Why not? I'm still laughing, still alive, still taking my shot. Why not? Why not? Age can't cage me, can't tell me what I'm not. If they think I should be dull, I say, why not? Why not? No reply says it all, they throw and walk away. But silence ain't an argument, just pride that's gone astray. I wear crazy like a medal, wear wacky like a crown. Life's too short to hand my joy to those who tear it down. They think time's a cage, but I broke that lock. They say grow up, but I just rock. Why not? Why not? I'm still laughing, still alive, still taking my shot. Why not? Why not? Age can't cage me, can't tell me what I'm not. If they think I should be dull, I say, why not? Outside the lines, keep the wild alive. Every heartbeat says I'm here to thrive. Years don't steal the spark, they just light the flame. I won't trade my joy for someone else's shame. Why not? Why not? I'm still laughing, still alive, still taking my shot. Why not? Why not? Age can't cage me, can't tell me what I'm not. If they think I should be dull, I say, why not? Why not? So call me wacky, zany, crazy, I'll wear it with pride. I'm still rolling, still daring with my soul untied. Why not? Why not?